Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian, salam sejahtera, selamat petang, salam reformasi. Tacha Wang Sang Hao, Vanakkam. Good evening to all of you. It is a real pleasure to be back in Ipoh, to have the opportunity to taste some of the always good food of Ipoh, and to enjoy looking at your beautiful hills. We don't have such nice hills in Kuala Lumpur. Enjoy the hills. Keep the hills of Ipoh. But ladies and gentlemen, you did not invite me here to say nice things about Ipoh. We came to talk politics. That is what we are here tonight for. The organizers, Dr. Yap and his team, have asked me to say something about the case that has been brought against Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, Ketua Umum Parti Keadilan Rakyat and the leader of Pakatan Rakyat. Now, the case, Datuk Sri Anwar's case, is not a normal legal case. It's not a normal criminal case. The first point and the most important point I want to make tonight about this case, what Tien Chua calls the sodomy case, is that it is a political case. It is about politics, which is why the case has been brought. It is about a conspiracy, a mala fide, a conspiracy in bad faith, conspiracy berniat jahat. It is about a conspiracy to attempt to bring down Datuk Sri Anwar, an attempt to stop him leading Pakatan Rakyat. This is why this case has been brought. We have to understand that. The case itself, and I can say this, I'm one of the lawyers in the legal team, we know the case. The case is a whole lot of rubbish. Now, why is the case being brought? And again I say, this case is about politics. To understand why this case is brought, we look at what happened last year. Untuk memahami kenapa kes ini telah dibawa terhadap Datuk Sri Anwar, kita harus melihat kepada apa yang telah berlaku pada tahun lepas. The tsunami of March 08, which is because of you, the Rakyat of Malaysia. You brought a big change in March 08. That big change, ladies and gentlemen, has put UMNO Barisan Nasional in a panic, has put them under pressure. And their response last year, the attempt, the bringing of the charge against Datuk Sri Anwar, is one of the responses of UMNO Barisan Nasional as a result of that. The pressure that you have brought to bring upon them. After March 08, UMNO Barisan Nasional was clearly under severe pressure. They needed to find something to stop the momentum of Pakatan Rakyat, to stop the momentum of Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. And this is one of the weapons that they have dragged out to try and reuse again. But the problem with UMNO and Barisan Nasional, ladies and gentlemen, is sometimes they have no new imagination. So what do? They go and dig up the old script, the old story. That's right. The story of 10 years ago. The old story they spun in court. The mattress going up and down. You remember that? Because they have no imagination. They don't know how to write a new script. So they bring the old script again and start a new case with the old script. But one or two new features which I will explain in a few minutes. So this is what we see. The script writers of UMNO Barisan Nasional, they can't find a script where they cannot find a charge against Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim. For example, they can't find a charge that he has a relationship with a woman from Mongolia who was suddenly killed by C4. They can't find. That they cannot find. The script writers cannot find a script that Dato Sri Anwar has a house that is worth 24 million ringgit in Selangor. They can't find that kind of script. They can't find a script where Dato Sri Anwar has a company called Perimeka and receives $500 million in commission for buying a submarine called Scorpion. They cannot find a script. But these script writers have no imagination, so they go and take the old script out and rewrite another script. They bring up the old script again. And so we are in court on another sodomy trial. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take a few minutes to explain the facts of this sodomy charge, so you are quite clear. What happens in court, let it happen. As Tian Chua said just now, the court can say sodomy, we don't care. What is more important? What do the Rakyat say? That is important. The people are the Rakyat. Rakyat, Hakim, Nagara. This is our principle. Now you decide. Let me tell the facts. You be the jury, you be the judge. You decide. This allegation of sodomy is about an incident on Thursday, 28th of June 2008. The incident is supposed to happen between 3 to 4:30. Now, in court, we will produce our witnesses to show what really happened. We have alibi witnesses. We will find out about that in the trial. But what today I want to tell you is this. The incident is on Thursday. We know today, and we can prove it. A few days before Thursday, around Monday, this so-called victim, this victim of sexual assault, who claims that Dato Sri Anwar assaulted him without his consent, assaulted him sexually, he met none other than Najib Tun Razak, the Prime Minister of the country, then as Deputy Prime Minister. Okay? Now when this was exposed publicly, what did the Prime Minister say? What did Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak say? Now, you don't have one answer, you got three different versions. The first version, you have to decide which one you want to believe. The first version, I never met the guy. Version number one. Then after, when the press asked again, the version changed. Yes, I met him, but he came to ask me for a scholarship. And this is from a guy who dropped out of college. The guy, Saiful Buhari, is a college dropout. He couldn't finish his degree, and he's there going to see the Prime Minister in his house, asking him for a scholarship. What kind of story is that? Then the story changed again. The story changed again. The third version is, yes, he met me, he told me he was sodomized by Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim. That's the version number 3. This is from the Prime Minister of the country, who cannot give one honest version, who gives 3 different versions. That's the start. Now, this so-called victim of sexual assault did not only meet the Prime Minister. Now, I keep wanting to remind you all the time, the incident is on Thursday. Monday before the Thursday, he meets the Prime Minister. On Wednesday, do you know who he meets? He meets a very senior police officer from Bukit Aman called Road 1, Pengarah CID, very high level, in room 619, Concord Hotel in Kuala Lumpur. We know this. It has been said by Raja Petra in his website. It has been asked by journalists to SAC Road 1. Is it true that you met Saiful Bohari in Concord Hotel? You know what was Road 1's answer? I have no comment. Did not deny it.